So I did end up getting an exchange for my faulty mini Dior book tote for a different style of bag. If you guys watch my previous shopping vlog at Dior, when I took in my faulty bag, you would have seen me trying out a few different styles, but this wasn't actually a style that I tried out on that visit. So it is a bit of a surprise, and I'm really excited about this bag because it is a complete different bag to anything I've ever had in my luxury bag collection. I don't think any of you will be able to guess which bag it is. So let's unbox this bag together. Then as usual, I'll get into the backstory on which bags I've actually considered, why I ended up choosing this one, and I'll also share a little bit of my experience with dealing with Dior customer service in terms of how they handle their faulty items and their aftercare service. So without further ado, let's get into the box. As usual, very beautiful packaging. Out comes the box. Can you see the size of the box? I'm not sure whether you guys will have any idea what could be in here based on the fact that I said it is not something that I ever considered previously, but it is a style of bag that some of you guys have suggested to me in some previous videos in terms of filling gaps in my collection. So if you guys have an idea, I would love to know your guesses, so leave them in the comments below. But let's undo the ribbon. I feel like this is the first bag unboxing that I am sharing with you guys in so long. I think the last time I ever unboxed a designer bag would have been maybe almost a year ago. Was it my Etude Birkin? Yeah, so I definitely have slowed down on boutique purchases. Cute little roundish shape. Actually, do you know what? Let's leave the box back there and our bag here for a little bit of a Dior vibe. So, oh my goodness, how cute. This bag is so adorable. And here we have it. How cute is this little backpack? So I ended up exchanging my faulty mini Dior book tote with a strap with this gorgeous mini backpack. The actual style of this bag is called the small Dior Caro backpack. This backpack comes in 3 sizes. There's the nano one, which was teeny tiny. It was just way too small. It'd be the perfect size for baby C. And then you have the small, which is the one that I picked up. And then they also have the medium, which is like a more proper traditional backpack size. That one just didn't vibe with me, even though it would be a practical bag. You'll be able to fit so much in it. But this one just looked the cutest on me. It still fits a little bit more than my other mini bags. And I went with this crinkled leather. Let me look up what this leather is actually called. I know all the other styles of their backpack is in the lambskin with the microcanage quilting, which this one also has the microcanage quilting. So on their website, they just call this the crinkled calf skin. I especially love this leather as this will be so hard wearing, and it's a little bit different to the plain lambskin. Being a backpack, I wanted the bag to be durable. Now it also had a few really lovely colors, but I decided on the black because this is the very first backpack style that I've ever added to my designer bag collection, and I want this bag to be a workhorse. So the reason I ended up choosing this style, I am envisioning this being my running around the toddler mum bag. A few of you have actually suggested getting a small backpack from various different designers previously when I first became a new mum. But at the time when I was a new mom, I had a very small baby who didn't move at all, and I didn't really feel the need for a backpack. Frankly, I wasn't a fan at all of the backpack style. I always thought they just looked too casual, wasn't really my style. But my baby girl is growing up now and she is becoming a proper toddler. She's 21 months old now. She runs around everywhere. We have to visit the park at least once a day. So I started to feel that maybe a backpack would be a really nice option to have for me as an everyday bag. First of all, it would be really practical to be completely hands-free running after my toddler. 2, most days I am dressed super casual in gym clothes. You guys already know this. And I do go to Pilates and gym a few times a week. So I usually just wear my gym gear and just spend the whole day in that outfit. And something like this will just style seamlessly with my everyday look. So that is the practical reason why I ended up choosing this backpack. Let me show you the bag up close. I am obsessed with this leather. It has a flap closure with the one magnetic flap, and then we've got the drawstring opening, getting to the bag, and the interior is fully leather lined. There's some stuffing in there. You do have the one slip pocket at the back there, and then you do also have a front pocket which has a magnetic flap. It's tiny. I think you can only fit like a little AirPod case in there. And then we do have a little bit of a width. And my favorite feature about this bag is actually that cute little golden handle. That is just the cutest little detail, and it is different from any other backpack that I've checked out, and it does make the bag a little bit more dressy. You do have the Christian Dior engraved. Other than that, you do have the CD logo on the flap there, and that's basically it. The straps are adjustable. I think there are about 5 different length settings. It is set at the longest at the moment, and frankly I don't think I'll be using this any shorter since it is a pretty good length for me at the moment. I did also consider a few other bag options, as you guys saw in my previous vlog, since I was looking for an everyday bag to replace my faulty Dior Book Tote Mini, which was my everyday casual errand running bag. I mainly checked out more casual looking everyday bags. One of the options was the Boston style bag, which is the Dior Groove bag. Even though I am usually a big fan of that silhouette, there was just something about the Groove bag from Dior that I didn't quite love. I checked it out again and I just really didn't love it. It didn't make my heart sing. For me, maybe Dior's aesthetics in my mind didn't really suit the Boston bag style. I'm not sure. I still love the Speedy from Louis Vuitton, which is exactly the same shape, or even the Boston bag from Celine. But Dior in a Boston bag, I initially liked the idea, but when I checked it out again, I just really wasn't feeling it. The other 2 styles that I really considered were the Caro style, but in the drawstring bucket bag style, the one that crossbodies, and the newest Dior Toujours bag in the vertical shape in the small size. Both of those bags have a more bucket bag silhouette, and I actually really love those ones as well. But the Toujours bag in the small size, the strap was too short for a crossbody, so you could only carry it as a top handle bag or a shoulder bag, which won't be so practical for my needs at the moment. And hubby actually thought that bag looked a little bit, flimsy. And I kind of agree. It didn't look as luxurious as some of the other Dior bags. And he pointed out the fact that it just looks like a dupe for the Hermes Picotin. So he said, you might as well just get the Hermes Picotin bag. Even though the Toujours vertical will be a little bit more practical with the shoulder strap. I did point that out to him as well, but he said, yeah, still, like it just doesn't look quite right. So I kind of saw his point, and I didn't love that bag. I just thought it was a nice option since it is the newest style from Dior and everything. I thought it could be cool to have a really new style, but I agreed with everything he said, so I decided against that one. So it was really between this backpack and the exact same Caro style in the bucket bag, which was a tough decision because the bucket bag I knew would be something that I'm more familiar with in terms of the functionality. I can just crossbody it and it'll be just a really easygoing bag. Whereas the backpack style, I just never had one. So I wasn't sure whether I was going to really find it useful, whether I was going to like the functionality of it and even the look of it. I guess the other thing is the bucket bag style would be a little bit more versatile in terms of if I was to go out straight after a casual day, it could still double as an evening out bag. It wouldn't look so odd with a more dressy outfit. Whereas the backpack is a very exclusively day casual bag in my opinion. So that was the other hesitation, which is the versatility, but I thought I do have nice going out bags, so I don't need this bag to do every occasion for me. So it just really came down to which bag made my heart happy. And hands down, I have to say, when I looked at the 2 of them side by side, this backpack had my heart. So I just went with my heart and decided to give the backpack style a go. Out of all the backpacks that I ever tried from different designers, I think this is my favorite aesthetic. You guys know that was it last year or the year before I tried the Alma backpack from Louis Vuitton, which I thought was okay. I didn't love it, but as soon as I tried this one, I was like, oh my gosh, it is the cutest little backpack ever. So that is why I ended up going with this one. If you can hear the crying, baby C has woken up from her one nap that she's taking a day, so I better tend to her now, but I'll be back with what fits in and a little bit of a story time on how my experience was with their customer service. I filled the bag full with all my daily items, so let's open the bag up so I can show you how much I will fit in this bag. A bit dark in there. So I've got my phone, which is the iPhone Pro, not the max size, but I think the max size will fit no problem. And then I've got my card holder, and car key, my 2 daily lipsticks, my house keys,
and all of that fit really easily in there. I think you'll be able to fit a couple more items in there. And I also wanted to show you that the front pocket does fit the AirPods pretty perfectly. It's not tight at all. There we go. That's probably what I'll be keeping in that front pocket.
Alright, now I wanted to discuss briefly my experience with the DIOR aftercare service. I honestly couldn't complain with their service. It was pretty good. When I took my faulty bag in, the sales associate knew exactly what the issue was with that particular bag. The bag developed a discoloration on the top section. It went a bit green. The SA told me that it is a glue color turning or glue residue. It's a glue issue. So he did submit the case to their repairs department, but he did say that they're most likely going to issue a credit note because they usually can't fix that on that bag. So it was a known issue for a batch of those mini book totes apparently. And he also told me that warranty is 2 years. Luckily my bag was only 1.5 years old. So he said the outcome will probably be that they'll issue me a credit note with the current value of that mini book tote. Even though he knew that was probably what was going to happen, I'm going to hold on to my matcha because my baby girl nearly spilled this. Where was I? So even though he knew that that was probably going to be the outcome, he still had to go through, I guess, the process and send the bag in. And then he was going to contact me once he has an answer from them within 5 to 10 working days. The only thing was that it actually took more than 3 weeks for them to get back to me. So I did receive a text message saying that I will be getting a credit voucher and I could choose whatever else I wanted. Now I did have the choice of getting the exact same bag in a brand new bag, but I was worried that the same glue issue is going to happen. So I didn't opt for that. And also, even though I absolutely loved my mini book tote when I had it with the strap and all, I have had that bag and used it a lot and I was happy to just try something else, to be honest. So then when I went back into the store to do my exchange, I dealt with a different sales associate, which I guess if I made an appointment with the sales associate who dealt with my faulty bag, I would have been assigned to him, but I kind of happened to be in the area and just dropped by to see if he's there. And I think he was busy and they were just happy for me to see any sales associate. So I ended up meeting another lovely sales associate who was so patient with me and with Baby C. We just really had a really great time just trying on different bags. Baby C also loved one of their bags, which was the Nano Caro bucket bag. A few sales associates in that section of the store thought that was so adorable and we took some photos of us trying the same bag in different sizes. So we had a really good time. I had plenty of time. I didn't feel rushed. So yeah, my experience with the after service was pretty easy and I thought it was really reasonable what solution they gave me. And yeah, that is my video for today. I'm really excited to start wearing the backpack and styling it. So I am sure I'll be sharing that with you guys. I'll probably also take that to my upcoming Korea trip. You guys know that we're heading off to Korea really soon because hubby's brother is getting married. I am so excited for the wedding. So yeah, we have a short trip planned. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me today. And I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys.